to have you join us on this episode of the Nigerian Navy today. I am Jibrin Baba Ndachi. Since the return of democracy in 1999, successive presidents and commanders-in-chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces appoint and decorate the Chief of Defense Staff as Postal General. This could be a general in the Nigerian Army, an admiral in the Nigerian Navy, or a chief marshal in the Nigerian Air Force. Then the Chief of Army Staff is decorated as Lieutenant General, the Chief of the Naval Staff as Vice Admiral, and Chief of Air Staff as Air Marshal. In line with this tradition, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, on Monday, 31st July 2023, decorated the Chief of Defense Staff, General Chris Musa, Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Torik Lagbaja, Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala, and Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar at the Presidential Villa Abuja. Please stay with us for this colorful decoration of strategic military leaders.
The task of leading one of the largest navies in the world comes with its peculiar responsibilities. Aside ensuring the safety of Nigeria's maritime environment, the safety of the maritime domain of countries within the sub-region and the Gulf of Guinea lies on its shoulders. This task is certainly not for the faint-hearted. In order to gain first-hand knowledge of the operational environment, terrain, and infrastructure of the Navy, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala, Admiralty Medal, has embarked on a tour and familiarization visits of commands and areas within her jurisdiction. The tour is to enable the Chief of the Naval Staff understand better capabilities and challenges specific to each command and the areas within the Nigerian Navy's domain of operations. The Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala, on Tuesday, 1st August 2023, commenced a series of familiarization tour of the Eastern Naval Command area of responsibility at Calabar, Cross River State. After the inspection of parade in his honor, the Navy bus proceeded on a tour of facilities within the command headquarters, after which he had a meeting with the Flag Officer commanding Eastern Naval Command, Rear Admiral O.K. Oluwagbire, alongside senior officers of the command. From there, the Navy bus proceeded to inspect ongoing projects at the Naval War College, Nigeria Permanent Site, Calabar. He also inspected the ongoing Nigerian Navy Hotel and Suites project in Calabar, including ongoing projects at Nigerian Navy ship NNS Victory. He also inspected ongoing projects at the Nigerian Navy Barracks, Akim, Calabar. Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala was at the Nigerian Navy Secondary School, Ikot Ansa, Calabar, to inspect ongoing projects in the school. The Navy Chief also inspected the Naval War College Nigeria Staff Quarters, Summit Hills, Calabar, and the Nigerian Navy Barracks at Timbo, Calabar, as well as an inspection tour of the site for the proposed naval outpost from Cross River State. On Wednesday, 2nd August 2023, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala, flanked by the FOC Eastern Naval Command and some senior naval officers, paid a courtesy visit to the Akwa Ibom State Government House, Uyo, where he was received by the Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State, His Excellency Pastor Umo Eno. The visit was to assure the government and people of the state of the Nigerian Navy's commitment to the safety of the state. From Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, the Chief of the Naval Staff on same day, 2nd August 2023, was in Rivers State. There, he paid a familiarization visit to the Nigerian Naval College and Nigerian Navy Basic Training School, ONE, Rivers State. He also paid an inspection visit to the Nigerian Navy ships at the Federal Ocean Terminal, ONE, Rivers State. And on Thursday, 3rd August 2023, the naval boss paid a familiarization visit to Nigerian Navy Hydrographic School, Borokiri, Rivers State. This was followed with a familiarization visit to a Naval Medical Center, Borokiri, Rivers State. The Chief of the Naval Staff was on a familiarization visit to the Forward Operation Base, Bonny Island, Rivers State, on Thursday, 3rd August 2023. From there, he inspected the site for the proposed Nigerian Naval College permanent site, Port Harcourt, Rivers State. Still on same day, the Chief of the Naval Staff paid a familiarization visit to the Nigerian Navy ship NNS Pathfinder and proceeded to the Naval Shipyards Limited, Port Harcourt, where he inspected naval facilities within the unit. It is not in doubt that these visits and more to come are some of the Chief of the Naval Staff's strategic visits aimed at facilitating the exchange of information and on-the-spot assessment and understanding of the different commands, units and personnel of the Nigerian Navy. When President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was sworn in as the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces on May 29, 2023, topmost on his agenda and promise to Nigerians is to improve security and economic transformation, among others, with the understanding that security is critical to the fulfillment of the core of his responsibilities as the President and Commander-in-Chief, which is the protection of lives and property of citizens. President Bola Tinubu on June 19, 2023, barely 3 weeks after his inauguration, appointed new service chiefs for the Nigerian Armed Forces. The new service chiefs appointed by Mr. President include the Chief of the Defense Staff, Major General Christopher Musa, Chief of Army Staff, Major General Taurid Lagbaja, Chief of Naval Staff, Rear Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu-Ogala, the Chief of Air Staff, Air Vice Marshal Hassan Abubakar, and the Acting Inspector General of Police, DIG Kayode Egbetokun. In addition, President Tinubu appointed a former chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, as the National Security Advisor, NSA. In line with the Act establishing the Armed Forces, Section 18, Subsection 1 of the Armed Forces Act 2004, wrote the National Assembly requesting the confirmation of the appointment of the new service chiefs. The President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, read during Tuesday, 11th July plenary requesting the Senate's confirmation of the service chiefs. After a long period of questions from Senate Committee of the Whole and satisfied with the responses from the service chiefs, the Senate confirmed the nominees of service chiefs of the Nigerian Armed Forces. Similarly, as part of the constitutional processes for the final confirmation of the nation's security chiefs, the House of Representatives on Monday 17th July screened the nominees. The screening was conducted by an ad hoc committee constituted by Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, and chaired by Honorable Babajimi Benson, with all the 8 principal officers of the House from the majority and minority parties as members, with a confirmation by the National Assembly as required by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, on Monday 31st July 2023, decorated the service chiefs with their new ranks.
Thank you very much, sir.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR emphasized the importance of maintaining teamwork.
You are a team put together by us, and you are working like that team. I want to specifically say thank you on behalf of the country.
He commended the dedication, commitment, and steadfastness displayed by the armed forces, acknowledging their significant contributions to the nation's peace and stability, adding that some positive results are manifesting as a result of the dedication, commitment, and steadfastness of the armed forces.
Your teamship had now earned positively and reflected on the country's security challenges. We have seen down that security challenges are achieving positive results because of your dedication, commitment, and steadfastness.
President Tinubu underscored the value of virtues such as positive team thinking, unity, and selfless service to the nation, declaring that despite current economic challenges, a better future awaited Nigeria.
Positive team thinking, sharing of love and adversity, being together, serving the nation, diligently and honestly is the way to go.
He urged all members of the armed forces to view themselves as one single family, regardless of their diversity, while offering prayers for God's blessings upon the Nigerian armed forces, wishing them peace, progress, and success in their endeavors to protect the country's territorial integrity.
We are one single family. Like I always say, no matter how diverse we are one family, staying in the same house, but living in different rooms. And you are promoting that peace and stability on behalf of all of us and for all of us. May God Almighty grant you peace, progress, and success in all your life endeavors.
President Tinubu emphasized the importance of honest service to the nation, which he said everyone in government, including the service chiefs, must embrace, adding that he was working very hard to solve the current economic challenges being faced by Nigerians.
We have economic challenges. We know some of the family members are here. Please take the message home. We are with you in prayers, and we are committed to serving you, not to rule you. It is obvious that economic situation is biting, but that is what we must face. I thank those who had served before you. Nigerians may still need them in some other aspect of service in Nigeria. I want to say thank you very much once again to form a united team and see Nigerian sovereignty. I was one cardinal issue that must be upheld always.
Speaking on behalf of the service chiefs, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, expressed their unalloyed commitment to ensure the security and defense of the nation in their respective positions.
Together, we continue to protect our nation, to safeguard our citizens, and uphold the ideals on which our great nation was founded. I once again express our deepest gratitude to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for our recognition appointment today. We are truly honored and privileged to contribute our quota to the advancement of Nigeria at this critical stage of our national life. With the resolute support of our great nation, the dedication of our armed forces, and the guidance of our esteemed president, we will overcome all the challenges confronting us to ensure the safety and security of our citizens, thereby contributing to the progress and prosperity of our beloved country, Nigeria.
He also pledged to uphold with utmost dedication the safety and well-being of the nation and its citizens.
I assure the President that the Armed Forces of Nigeria is 100% loyal to your government. We will go wherever ordered by air, by sea, by land. We will ensure that we project Nigeria in good lights. May God bless Nigeria and guide the Armed Forces in its efforts to safeguard our nation's territorial integrity and ensure peace and security. Together, we shall forge ahead towards a brighter future for our beloved country. Thank you all, and God bless your excellency.
The presidential decoration of the new service chiefs by the president is a formal and symbolic ceremony that marks the assumption of their new roles as heads of the country's armed forces. With the confirmation and decoration of the service chiefs, the Chief of Defense Staff is now General Christopher Musa. The Chief of Army Staff is now Lieutenant General Taurid Lagbaja. The Chief of the Naval Staff is now Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala, and the Chief of Air Staff is now Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar. The decoration ceremony is significant as it emphasizes the President's role as the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces and reinforces the chain of command within the military. It also serves as a show of support and confidence from the President towards the new service chiefs and helps to boost their morale as they take on their crucial roles in ensuring the nation's security and defense. In addition, the ceremony allows for the public display of unity and commitment between the civilian leadership represented by the President and the military, fostering a sense of cooperation and collaboration in safeguarding the country's interests. It would be recalled that Naval Headquarters issued a press release on 4th August 2023 to clarify an allegation in respect of motor tanker MT Prazel, which was reported to be conveying stolen crude oil with naval escorts on board. The vessel was reported to have been arrested by a private security outfit, Tantita Security Service Limited, TSSL, and an element of Operation Delta Safe, OPDS. The clarification of the report became necessary, therefore, to put the record straight and avoid the misrepresentation of facts, particularly the consignment and cargo of the vessel as at the time of interception by TSSL. As mentioned, MT Prazel was duly approved by Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority (NMDPRA) to load 1,114,721 liters of high pour fuel oil (HPFO) from Green Mac Energy Storage and Taros Jetty Cocoa from 26 July to 8 August 2023. This has repeatedly been substantiated by NMDPRA. However, due to the allegation and suspicion of the vessel's product to be stolen crude oil, samples of the product were collected on Thursday and Friday, 3rd and 4th August 2023 by relevant agencies in line with laid procedures for laboratory analysis and verification of the claim. As of Saturday, 5th August 2023, the results of the laboratory analysis of the product on board MT Prazel by all agencies, including NMDPRA, indicates that the product displayed properties consistent with Nigerian Industrial Standard Specification for HPFO. This result therefore proves that the allegation and suspicion was totally wrong, unfounded, and perhaps mischievous. The intelligence which TSSL claimed to have received in respect of the vessel and its product is equally wrong. This singular incident brings to the fore the high-handedness and unprofessional conduct of TSSL with its attendant negative consequences for the supplier and buyer of the product, the vessel hired to convey it, and other parties involved in the legitimate business. Accordingly, the Nigerian Navy reiterates her strong stance to support every single effort to halt economic saboteurs and to fight against crude oil theft in Nigeria's maritime environment, NME, provided such effort is done within the ambit of the law and with the best professional conduct. Proper precaution, therefore, must be adhered to by all stakeholders to avoid unnecessary impediment to legitimate commercial activities and businesses in the maritime environment. Maritime security issues entails more than spontaneous actions from insufficient and unverified information because the resultant wrong responses have direct impact on the nation's economy. Hence, it must be handled dispassionately and professionally. In line with Mr. President's directive, the Navy, under the able leadership of Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogala, will ensure transparent and robust inter-service and inter-agency cooperation and synergy.
Once again, the Nigerian Navy today congratulates the Chief of Defense Staff General Chris Musa, Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Torik Lagbaja, Chief of the Naval Staff Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala, and Chief of Air Staff Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, and wish them continuous success and victory against all criminal elements on land, at sea, and in the air. Until next week, when we shall come your way again, I am Jibrim Baba Ndachi. Onward together.